future is in the past. Onward, Daoshima!
Hello Internet, my name is Damian Michaels, but you can call me Blue, and welcome back to another episode of Blues Brews. This week, we're going to Historic to play some Mono-white Human Lurrus aggro. So humans have been a pretty standard tribe in Magic going on decades at this point, and they've been a prominent feature in Modern a few times in the past. I remember at one point, humans were so dominant over the format that there were talks about banning Meddling Mage or Mantis Rider, and while these cards are on Arena, Aether Vial isn't, and this is part of what made these two so strong in the human's shell. Since we don't have Vial, I figured we could try something a little more low to the ground with Lurrus Humans. I mean, two of the best lords for humans are at 2 mana, with Thalia's Lieutenant and Coppercoat Vanguard, and there's a ton of 1-drop humans that provide incidental advantage to be able to pull a fast one on the opponent, like Esper Sentinel, Dauntless Bodyguard, and Guide of Souls. I threw in a smidgen of removal with Laydown Arms and Path to Exile, some lands, and some Thalias to slow down our opponent, and we've got everything we need to steal some wins. Let's jump into some games and see what happens. Alright, so we're playing some Mono-white Humans in Historic, and this hand's actually not bad. We're going to keep this, and we're going to hope this Esper Sentinel can dig us out of this one-lander. We're only playing 18 lands, so we are super skimping, but that's okay. We have triple Coppercoat Vanguard, so this is actually going to be insane if we can get up to it. And we're just going to play a Warden and attack for 1. This doesn't do anything until we have a 2+ power creature on board. Okay, so I definitely want to draw a plane so we can get rid of that. They're probably playing Hammer Time, and that's why they mulligan so aggressively. So if we can get rid of this Stoneforge Mystic, yep, there it is. Perfect. And okay, we're going to play that. Coppercoat Vanguard. And we're just going to swing with the team, because if they have the hammer, they have it, and they get us. But we can't lay down arms the Stoneforge. Oh, wow, they actually traded. I was not expecting that, so that worked out perfectly. Okay, so there's the Kemba. That we can lay down arms, so that works out for us. So we'll definitely be doing that. Okay, there's the hammer. They're probably going to go ahead and equip it. But if we get rid of the Kemba with this lay down arms, then that will work out. So get rid of this. Goodbye. Then we will Hopeful Initiate and smash in for 4. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Sunbaked Canyon into a Sigarda's Aid. So they definitely have all the shenanigans. Okay. Nice. Great. Yep, so we took that first game over Hammer Time with just 2 lands. Pretty good. And we were going to double Coppercoat over these next couple of turns, so that was going to get really gross. So, yeah, definitely good start to this. Alright, so we're playing some Mono-white Humans in Historic, and we're going to keep this. Okay, they're going to Birds of Paradise. Yeah, I think the old adage is true. Bolt the bird. This isn't great, but I don't need them ramping, so I'd rather just do that. Yep, especially with that. Definitely do not need them ramping. So I guess we're going to play this Thalia, get that down, and pass the turn. They don't have much going on, so that's something, at least. But we'll see what they end up doing with this. Okay, so they're just going to pass, so that works out for us. So I think we're going to play a Hopeful Initiate and pass the turn. Probably going to path something, because this Fanatic of Ronas is going to do a lot. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and path this, I think. Because then this reduces their devotion. This exiles this, so they can't get it back later with Eternalize. And it does get them a forest, but it's less mana for Nykthos overall, so I think that's fine. Then, yeah, I think we're just going to go to Wombat, attack with both, because of training that grows our thing. So, Delighted Halfling is not a good block. So then we're going to go ahead and play Guide of Souls into Thraben Inspector and just pass the turn. We can't lay down arms because of Thalia, but that's okay. We don't need to this turn, and I kind of want to hold this for something bigger than a Delighted Halfling at this point. Okay, so they're going to play a Nykthos, tapping the first one for mana, so that's fine. You know, I never realized that Nykthos was a rare. This does so much for being a rare. This is such a good land. I remember when I first started playing Magic, I thought this was absolute garbage. Okay, that is a Karn. So they're definitely playing mono-green Karn things. So let's see what they go get with Karn. Whatever they get, they can't cast it this turn unless it's an Ornithopter because of Thalia. So that's something. So we can definitely kill Karn. So, we're going to play this, and we're going to do exactly that. We're going to smash you and you here, and then you and you here. Actually, let's put you here and you here. Okay. That hits. Kill Karn. Then we will lay down arms to get rid of this Delighted Halfling. So now they can't play their One Ring this turn. They need a land plus, because this, yeah, this should cost 5. I don't know why it says it costs 4. This should definitely be costing 5 right now. But we're going to go ahead and crack our clue, draw a card. It's a Thalia's Lieutenant. That's actually pretty good. Nice. So we're going to Thalia's Lieutenant. Then Coppercoat Vanguard. Grow the team. Smash with everything, and we'll see what they can do. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. This is a 4-drop. I don't know why it says it costs 4. It should say 5, unless it doesn't say that for our opponent's cards. But this is definitely a 5-drop, so they cannot cast this next turn. I mean, they can with a land, I suppose, but they have to draw the land. But they shouldn't be able to just cast it, and if they can, I'm going to be upset. Okay, great. So we should be able to just untap and win the game. We just have to attack here, and we should have it pretty locked up. No, never mind. Okay. I am dumb. Play this on human, put Lurrus into hand. And get in with Thalia. I mean, might as well, because it has first strike. So, you know, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, just end the turn, I guess. Let's see if we get to untap. Yep. Storm the festival. Let's see what you get. Okay. Shifting Woodlands and a Kiora. That's not as gross as that could have been. Okay. So they have 5 mana, plus they can activate the One Ring, which is not ideal. Okay, Cavalier. That's fine. That still doesn't save them here, because we still have way lethal on board. So they need like a fog. And I think they're just going to draw cards with the One Ring instead. Yeah, looks like they're just going to pass. Yeah, they're just going to pass. Okay. Yeah, there it goes. Nice. Alright, so we're playing some Mono-white Humans in Historic, and this is actually a pretty good hand. We're going to go ahead and Guide of Souls on 1, Esper Sentinel into one of these 2 on 2, and then we have Lay Down Arms as some early game removal. So I feel pretty good about what we've got going on here. Opponent's going to play a Pathway. Okay, So we're definitely getting rid of the soul. I am not allowing that to stick around. Then we're going to go ahead and play Esper Sentinel. We're going to attack for 1. And pass. Opponent is going to play Plains into a Voice of the Blessed. So that is annoying. But we're going to go ahead and play a Thraben Inspector and a Thalia. Pass the turn, because this can kill both of our things. And let's hope that they don't have something annoying. Okay, that's a Bishop of Wings. That is something annoying. Okay, so we're going to Novice Inspector. It's going to go over stuff. Thalia's Lieutenant, which is going to throw our stuff. Then we're going to get in with Thalia, and we're going to pay this to give it flying. So now we actually have a decent clock, because we have a 5-4 in the air. So they've only got a couple of turns. They have technically 4 turns to find something, and that is not a something. So we're just going to attack for 5. And we can't do anything, so we're going to play the Bodyguard on our Thalia. And pass. We're going to crack a clue during our opponent's end step, and we'll see what happens. They do have Cocoa Mana this turn, interestingly enough. So we'll see what happens with that. Untap. That is a Path to Exile. That is something good. We're going to go ahead and play a Warden of the Inner Sky. And that resolved surprisingly quickly. So we're just actually gonna slam with everything. Nice. So I think they were just trying to bluff Coco, but as soon as that Warden of the Inner Sky, yes, we did have fun. As soon as that Warden of the Inner Sky resolved, no problem, that told me that they didn't have anything. There was no hesitation on this hitting the board. So they didn't have it, so that tells us, you know, just go ahead and full swing. And we have the path if they do end up having Collected Company, so yeah, definitely nice. Good, good, good. Alright, so we're playing some Mono-white Humans in Timeless, and I actually kind of like this hand. We have Esper Sentinel to try to dig out of this one-lander. We have some removal with Path to Exile, and double Coppercoat Vanguard is actually pretty good. And we also have Path for a little bit of removal, but we can also use it on our own stuff to go get a second land if need be. So, definitely liking this hand. So hopefully our opponent actually casts something into this Esper Sentinel so we can draw some cards. I would not mind it if they like Fatal Pushed it or bolted it and then we just draw into a land, so that would be okay with that. I would be fine trading this Esper Sentinel for a land if that's what they have. Thoughtseize, nope, Heartfire Hero. Okay, that is okay. Oh, and we drew the land, so that is perfectly fine as well. So, let's attack with Esper Sentinel, because I don't think they're going to block. I think that they might value their Heartfire Hero more than we value our Esper Sentinel. We're going to go ahead and play Thraben Inspector and pass the turn. If they try to load up on this Heartfire Hero, we have Path to Exile to blow them out, so that's perfectly fine. I do not mind holding up Path here. Sacred Foundry untapped, and a Lunarch Aspirant. That's okay. They're going to target the Heartfire here, so we'll go ahead and path this now. Since they targeted already, we don't have to worry about them changing their target. And Lunarch Aspirant, I don't know if they actually value that, so I don't think I want to attack with the Esper Sentinel, but I do want to go ahead and Coppercoat Vanguard and then attack with the Thraben Inspector. Are they going to block? No. Novice Inspector. Pass the turn. Alright. See what the opponent does. Blood Crypt untapped. Down to 11. So they're definitely taking a lot of damage from their own lands. Okay. On to the Heartfire Hero, making it a 3/3. I would like to draw Lay Down Arms to get rid of that. That would be pretty nice. Let's see what they got going on over there. Nothing of value. Let's play a Coppercoat. Vanguard number 2. And move to Wombat. We will get in Actually, let's just go ahead and get in with everything, I think. Yeah, because if they want to trade their board for our stuff, that's fine. We're going to hold back these Coppercoat Vanguards because I don't want them gone. But Thraben Inspector, Esper Sentinel, Novice Inspector are definitely pretty good. I think they're considering if they want to just take 9 damage to the face or if they want to block. They are in the tank about this, so we'll see. Okay, so they are going to block the Heartfire, or block the Esper Sentinel with the Heartfire hero. Okay, so that's going to draw us a card. Then they're going to take 5, or take 6, go to 5. Play a Novice Inspector, and we'll pass the turn. And hopefully they don't have a fling of some kind, because then we're in trouble. But we're definitely going to chump block if they attack, yeah. So chump block and block. Okay, that's fine. Do you win the game? That is the question. Because they have black mana, so they very well could have the thing that lets them fling it at our face. Okay, so they're just going to thud. Yep, nice. So that's only 14 damage total. We're down to 6. And then we untap and attack for lethal. Nice. Alright, so we're playing some Mono-white Humans in Historic. This is pretty good. Guide of Souls, Warden, both of our Lord effects, so this is pretty solid. We're going to go ahead and keep this. Probably Guide of Souls on 1. Copper Goat maybe on 2. Or maybe I want to Thalia as Lieutenant. No, I think I want a Lieutenant later. I think Copper Coat might be better to start because of the ward. Maybe? I'm not sure. I think having double Copper Coat is nice whenever we do have double Copper Coat. Because giving each other ward 1 is pretty dope. Because we can protect our stuff pretty easily with that. But otherwise, Guide of Souls should be pretty good. Alright, so opponent finally decided to keep at 6. So we're going to Guide of Souls on turn 1. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Sacred Foundry, untapped, and plays a Fireblade Charger. So this is probably a version of Hammer Time or something. Whenever it dies, it deals damage to any target. So I don't want to lose my Guide of Souls. So I think we're just going to lay down arms this. Get it out of here. Play Warden of the Inner Sky and attack for 1 and pass. Opponent starts with a Inspiring Vantage and a Core Blade Master. So this is almost definitely Hammer Time. We're going to Novice Inspector. And let's see. Let's just tap all of this. Keep the land. And then we'll get in with the Warden. Since it's a 2/3, it can block the Core Blade Master. And we're going to hold up this Path to Exile for a later turn. They're going to play a Verge. Not a Verge, a Pathway. Well, it is a Verge. Technically, it's a Pillar Verge Pathway. So it's not a Verge land from Duskmourn. It is a Pathway land. Okay, so Colossus Hammer. That's fine. If you just attack for 2 with the Blade Master, we will take it. Okay. Yeah, that gets to happen. Sure. Okay. So that is 26 damage that's about to come to our face. If you have protection, you got me. If you don't, we get to path it. So, yeah. We're gonna give it the old college try. Is your last card a protection spell? If it is, you got it. Nice, we got there. Okay. So we're going to exile the Blade Master. And now they need another Resolute Strike or something to equip this hammer. Because now they don't have because they don't have Sigarda's aid. Okay, and they're just going to play out a second hammer, so that's perfectly fine. We're going to play the planes that we knew about, and we're going to go ahead and Thalia's Lieutenant. And let's see. So I'd be losing 1 damage here, but that's okay. Ooh, keep the S% for sure. Attack for 6. And 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, okay, yep. So we should definitely have lethal next turn if they don't kill us this turn. And they shouldn't be able to unless they Fireblade Charger, Resolute Strike, Resolute Strike. Okay, that's fine. Kemba's Outfitters, that's okay. So we'll let the Kemba's Outfitters resolve, and that's probably going to give one of their hammers equip 1. And then they need something to equip the other one. But this is a cat artificer, so it's not a soldier. I'm sorry, it's not a warrior for Resolute Strike, so it doesn't work with that. So they need some other way to equip this other hammer, because Resolute Strike doesn't do it. It's already in place, so Sigarda's able to do it. Kemba's Outfitters only targeted the 1. I guess they could have a second Outfitters. Okay, so that is not the case. So we're going to Coppercoat Vanguard. And that's going to give us an energy. Come on. S%. Okay, it resolves. Nice. Great. Then we will tap, tap, tap. Because it all has Summoning Sickness anyway, so we might as well tap it all. Planes definitely to the bottom. I do not need another planes. Then we are going to smash face for everything. When this attacks, we're going to give Thalia's Lieutenant flying, because then this is 11 damage, so they have to block both of these or they're dead, because this all flies. Nope, actually this is 12. Okay. Oh, it gives it 2 +1/+1 counters. I play with this all the time, and I still think that it only adds 1 +1/+1 counter. But yeah, this is lethal in the air. This is just icing on the cake. So if they can gain some life, they need to gain 14. And they did not, so they are dead. Nice. We played against Hammer Time twice during these games, and neither time were they able to get the upper hand on us. So that's pretty nice. I do like that we can just plow straight through. Humans have a lot of power to them thanks to being able to flood the board quickly, and this can be disastrous for our opponent. We played against 2 different versions of Hammer Time, and neither were fast enough to kill us before we killed them or we stabilized to turn it around. Mono Green had some help with the One Ring, but even they couldn't beat the humans. This deck was pretty fun and is surprisingly good. I figured we might have got steamrolled by the more broken stuff going on in Historic, but we managed to race or keep up with everything we played for the video today. Anyway, that's everything for today. If you want to check out the deck for yourself, you can find a full deck list in the description below. While you're down there, feel free to tap that like button too. It adds 1 mana to the YouTube algorithm and I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and subscribe so you can become a member of the Blue Crew today. If you want to see some more of my content, then you can click here to check out last week's video where we did the Dance of Doom with Dance of the Mance and Doom Foretold, or you can click here to check out the video I did with Big Bear where we played 50 copies of a single card in our Brawl decks.